Joined by FS1 NBA analyst Steven Jackson. Steven, were you encouraged by what you saw from the Lakers last night?
Well, it was basically what I expected. LeBron is going to be dominant. It's going to be a while before we find out who's going to be his Batman. And that's just what it is.
Does he have a Batman?
I don't know. But, you know, I'm going to say this. I'm available because I see nobody can't throw a tic-tac in the ocean.
Yeah.
So I'm available, but they got to have somebody that can knock down shots. It's the only thing that's going to take pressure off LeBron. And their best player last night, second best player, was JaVale McGee to me.
Yes.
He played solid defensively and offensively. And if he's your second best player, you're not going to win too many games.
Oh, Skip, who said that? I could have swore I said that. Because the concern, look, LeBron is LeBron. He's going to be great. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, put him on Mars, put him on Pluto. It does not matter, Skip Bayless. He's the best. He will always be the best until otherwise noted. Back to the original problem that I thought that, and I knew, like, when they were putting this team together, I'm like, okay, Rondo, he can handle the ball, can get you some quality points, JaVale and Lance, all that. Who's going to shoot the ball? Yep. At some point in time, LeBron at his absolute best is getting downhill, kicking the shooters. Okay, he got downhill some last night.
Or cutters. You can kick it to cutters, too.
Yep, but that's in the lane.
Okay.
They're about to bottle that up. They're not going to let you get 70 points a night in the paint, Skip. You have to knock down some shots. What makes Golden State so effective is that they leave you scrambling. Yeah, okay, they got guys that can get to the basket, but you close that basket off, guess what they can do? Clay can knock down a shot. Draymond can knock down a shot. We know what Steph can do. That's what you got to have, Skip, and I don't know. I don't worry about the communication. I don't worry about the continuity. I don't worry about any of that. I worry about them putting the ball in the basket on a consistent basis. In order for them to be who they want to be in the regular season and go far in the playoffs, they must find someone that can hit some open shots. And last night, they couldn't buy a basket.
Well, after their first 15, they went 7 for their last 15. That'll work. 7 of 15, right? I thought Josh Hart hit some big shots. Lonzo hit a big open shot with 8 minutes to go that made it a 1-point game. Well, okay, but that was a big shot.
Stacks just told you the man ain't played in 5-6 years. Stacks said he can get out there right now and go 1 for 7.
All right, fine. And Nick Young would be right there with him because he's sitting home tweeting about.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm here.
Right? Ex-Laker. So before I launch into this, I'm going to say one more time what I've said for the last 3 days on this show. Portland is no joke, and I could not understand how a team that finished 3rd last year in the Western Conference could be picked by everybody to miss this year's playoffs, because I never saw one expert pick them to make the playoffs this year. I picked them in the 8th seed, and after last night, I could see them being the 5, 4, 6, I don't know, somewhere in the middle, because the guards just know how to play, and they play off each other, and they can shoot the lights out. And they have depth. And Zach Collins, again, this is his 2nd year in the league. He blocked 6 shots quietly for them.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so they're a pretty good Western Conference team, and it's no shame to go up there and lose in their building because it's hard to win. You played a bunch of games up there. It's hard to win up there. And if Lonzo's going to hit 1 open 3, and he looked pretty good doing it, he stroked it. He stepped right into it, and he shot it conventionally from the right side of his face, and it ripped. And all of a sudden, in Rip City, you're down 1 with 8 minutes to go. Okay, there's no shame in that. You hung in with them. And my positive takeaways, I thought their defensive mentality was sensational last night. And it started with JaVale because he was intimidating Nurkic. Nurkic was double clutching, double pumped, looking for JaVale over his shoulder.
He only played 17 minutes, Skip.
Well, he got in foul trouble. Yeah. But he also got just discombobulated by JaVale. JaVale just outplayed him.
And LeBron was laying it up on him. He tried to block LeBron shot. LeBron was going all right.
That's what's going to be good when you play LeBron.
But JaVale was setting a tone in the lane where they were all looking sideways. He changed or bothered, I don't know, 4 or 5 other shots. I didn't see that coming. And it trickled down. Everybody had sort of a defensive, tough mindset where I saw Josh Hart and KCP getting up into people because they will. They can. They're capable of it. We just read the Kobe quote where you got a bunch of physical athletes, and if they get a defensive mentality going, they can compete with you. They can hang with anybody that way, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay? So then I pointed out to Shannon, they scored 70 points in the paint last night. That would have been the best in the league last year. Nobody in the whole league season last year, not one team ever had a night where they scored 70 or up to 70 points in the paint. The most last year, New Orleans scored 68 in the paint on the Lakers in March. Okay, that was the old Lakers.
Right.
Well, 70 in the paint, and it's because they push it like crazy, and they're going to get some open baskets on the run. You would love this, man. You would just and again, what scarier sight is there in all of basketball than LeBron with a full head of steam in the open floor 2-on-1?
Nothing.
You're going to see tomahawks, man.
He was looking to attack early.
Well, he was.
mean, in the open court, he didn't care if there were two people back. He's like, I'm going to the bucket.
And remember, you're doing it against the team that plays the slowest pace in the league. Portland just walks it up every time. Lets one of the guards kind of go solo, right?
Them in Utah.
Okay? But they're slow. They're slow, and so it's hard to get them out running.
Yeah, you try to, and they did a good job. And I think early on, Skip, they did a good job of pushing the pace. And then again, this is why LeBron can't play low minutes. Is because the moment he went to the bench, a 5-point lead went to a 3-point deficit. And that's what you're going to have. That's what you're going to have. This is a young team, with the exception of LeBron, and he's going to have to play because he's never going to be able to have a quiet night where, you know what, LeBron's out, not going to play the fourth quarter. All their games are going to be close. So he's going to have to, like you said, you'll need him to finish. He's going to probably have to finish on the court.
And last night he was passive aggressive. He didn't go full on takeover down the stretch from 8 minutes home. And again, I'm going to point this up. In his first game with the Miami Heat, the opener with the Heat, his debut game, he had 8 turnovers in that game. Then when he went back to Cleveland, first game, he had 8 turnovers in that game. He had 6 last night, including 3 ugly ones in the fourth quarter. Why is that? Because it's all new, and it's hard to play with him because he's going to try some things that you better be ready for.
Right.
So they just weren't on the same page. And I'm pretty sure the early Heat in game number 1, they're like, huh? Like, you better be ready, and you better be on his wavelength because he's going to see it before it happens.
Yeah.
And so he throws 2 passes last night to nobody. Like, he just throws it out of bounds behind his back. And I'm saying, what was that? It reminded me of the Steph pass in Game 7 when they lost. He just threw it behind his back into the stands. Like, who are you throwing it to? Well, last night, they were not on LeBron's page. And slowly but surely, as you play your way into this, get them halfway through the season, the kids will start saying, oh, I better keep my head up here. I gotta see it when he sees it, right?
I kind of expected that because we all know LeBron's IQ is in another planet than the guy. Him and Rondo IQ is on another level. And I knew he was going to make a lot of turnovers because he's trying to get these guys confidence, trying to get them on his level, trying to get these guys going. So it's going to be a couple more games of that. But how long is it going to take them to pick it up? How long is it's going to take them to get on LeBron's level? Right. And that's because you don't want LeBron to start getting frustrated. You know?
Everybody's going to get frustrated because they have way too many bodies for 5 slots.
Right.
So somebody's going to be unhappy here pretty soon because Luke's going to slowly find these 5 work in the fourth quarter.
Well,
right?
That's the thing. The problem is that Kuzma, Hart, and Lonzo, they were starters last year. Now they're coming off the bench. It's one thing, Skip, and even if they get, they're getting minutes, it's just something about being a starter. When you go out there with that starting lineup, hey, man, but you played a lot of minutes. That ain't the same because I didn't. Exactly.
Okay, Lance only played 17 last night, and Beasley played only 2 minutes last night. Trust me, if that continues, those two won't be real happy. And LeBron loves Michael Beasley. He loves him.
They need more system guys.
Okay.
They got a lot of young guys that want to be one-on-one players that want to be scorers. They need system guys. They need guys that's comfortable playing off LeBron, comfortable with Rondo getting the ball every time. Because I seen last night, a lot of guys kind of like made faces when Rondo was sitting there asking for the ball for a rebound.
Yeah.
They feel like, well, I can bring it up.
That is true.
Let Rondo get it, bro.
Right.
This is what he does, and until they understand that, they're gonna struggle all year.
Here's the thing.
Those kids are going to wind up on the bench.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Let Rondo do his job.
Stacks, you make a very interesting point because, see, all these guys, they go to work with Kobe. Kobe was the system. Kobe was a one-on-one guy. But when you play with LeBron, you have to play within a system because he's the guy. All that one-on-one and that whoop-de-doo. I don't believe Kobe and LeBron could have played together. That ain't happening.
The worst fit for LeBron is Kuzma. It just is. Because Kuzma is his own man. He's just going to see ball, shoot ball, right?
I've been working on my footwork. Kobe say, turn over my right shoulder and do it.
Lakers got a lot of work to do, but we're only 1 game in.
We just keep
just 1 game in.
They just holding the fort down.
Thank you so much for joining us.